All right.
Okay.
Recording it.
It says recording.
Well, we'll get it from you then.
Okay.
Don, you're in charge now. Okay. We're going to start from the top. Okay, so now we have a very exciting lineup you don't want to miss. If you just started this past week or you've been with us since day one, guarantee you will learn something. The first thing I want to talk about, though, this is convention week, and Jan and I are very excited to meet anyone on the team that's coming to this great event. If you haven't been to a Plexus convention, you're missing out on some great fun and also some great learning opportunities for your business. But that doesn't mean you can't go next year. We really would like for you to all strive toward doing that. And if you see me or Jan or anybody else on the team, make sure you get out there and try to network and say hi. And sometimes the face doesn't always meet or match the name. We don't recognize people sometimes, or vice versa. So stop and say hi. We love meeting people on the team. And so let's go ahead and get started. I want to thank all these ambassadors who are giving their time and their energy this past week to get this topic up at their specified topics up and running for tonight. And this is going to be a really good training session because it covers a lot of different topics. And so we're not really going to go any specific order, but we're going to just pick someone and then go from there. And so really to make it easy, I'm just going to start with the person on the top left. I think it's Dawn for me. And I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and each one of you will answer the same questions. So Dawn, tell us your full name, your rank, when you started, and when you became a Plexus ambassador, you did that because you had a goal or a dream of what?
I am Dawn Gilstrap, and I'm a silver ambassador, and I started almost a year ago. It was right after convention last year that I signed up. I went to convention kind of as my husband. He was an ambassador, and I decided to sign up because I loved how Plexus made me feel, and we could as a family use the money. So that's why I signed up under him.
Okay. That's I think it's typical of a lot of people, but that's not, everybody has a dream, everybody has a goal, and obviously that's probably changed since you started, right? I mean, you get to one goal, and then you want to reach the next.
Right. Yeah. I am really bad with sharing as far as in person. Facebook has kind of been my venue. Speaking people, I just get really nervous. So I would love to keep going with Plexus. It's fun.
And Dawn, I've actually had the opportunity and pleasure to meet you in person, so I know the kind of person you are, and I know you might be a little quiet at times, but I think you prove that anybody can do this, right?
Yes. Oh my goodness, yes. If I can be any type of salesperson, anyone in the world can do this. Anyone. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's wonderful to have you here tonight. Tell us what your topic is and then run with it. We're going to give each person about 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll just go from there.
Okay. My topic is how to keep your Facebook Plexus group page personal. And I do it by pictures. I'm also a photographer, and my group is called Picture Yourself Pink. And so I'm going to talk about personal health pictures, personal relationship pictures, personal use of the Plexus products, personal Plexus family pictures, and personal just things I think are funny. I try and post pictures of healthy things I'm doing. Like if there's a new health snack that I love, like I posted something about pecans the other day because that's what I'm snacking on these days. And I just got a random graphic and I posted all the nutritional value. And then I also post shots of like when I go for a walk, just anything around the neighborhood, just to remind people to, make healthy choices. And, I also use the hashtag Move Your Body and Plexus Energy almost every time I post those. And so that's the health pictures that I post. And then the relationship pictures, obviously everyone or most of the people in my Facebook group know some of my family. I grew up on the East Coast, so they know my family. And then I moved here. I've been here for years. And so my mom took a gym selfie, her very first gym selfie the other day, and I posted that and everyone loved it. And my brother has a great before and after and just a health story that everyone who, knows my family loves to see. And when you post, in my opinion, when you post those kind of things, you kind of get reminded of who is still seeing your stuff, because they might not like the strangers before and after pictures, but you throw someone that they know and that they love up there and they're like, oh, I'm gonna like that and I'm gonna comment. I get lots of comments on personal stuff. And then on the personal use of products, I just kind of like to show how I use, like I sunburn easily. I'm very pale. And so the other day we had lots of outdoor soccer games and I forgot some sunscreen on my neck. And so I took a before shot because I knew the next morning after using the body cream, it would be gone. And so the next morning I put the same shirt on and took the shot, so I just try and I feel like my friends like to see me and how I use the products. So that's one way. I took a picture one time of my purse because I was trying to find something in it and there were just bottles of Plexus products in it. And I thought that was funny that it was just a mess and I couldn't get to what I was looking for because there was just tons of Plexus in there. If I'm going to meet a friend for lunch, I sometimes will, take or put an image of the block, the bottle of the block in there. And if they are willing, I will take a picture of my friend and like maybe us at the restaurant and just post that, I took some block, I'm headed to meet so-and-so at the restaurant. And so just to show that, what products I'm using. When I drink I'm a chocolate 96 shake. I know the vanilla is really popular, but chocolate's my favorite. So when I make those, I do a little shot of that. Pictures are just my thing. I think people love pictures and most of the people in your groups are your friends. And so in my opinion, they want to see you and what you're doing with Plexus and how it's helping you. When we travel as a family, I will, you always have to stop and use the restroom. And so I'll get Sarah and Noah are my kids. They're 10 and 7, and I'll stand them in front of the water section of, they have all the drinks on the wall. And I'll be like, Sarah, no, I want to remind you to drink your water today and get plenty of water or whatever. And, people that are your friends just love to see your family. And then when the Plexus family pictures, anytime there's a Plexus gathering, I always make sure someone takes a picture and I get it from them. And I always post it, tag everybody, because it's just so fun. It's such a family, such a community. And, I'm a photographer, but I don't go to a job with people. So it's fun to be around Plexus people and just share the community of it.
So Dawn, how often do you try to post on your personal wall?
I don't post often enough on my personal wall. I'm still working on that. But I did post the other day about a pregnancy story on my personal wall, and a person who used to be an ambassador and apparently she quit called me up and she's pregnant. She's due soon. She was like, pregnant people can take this? And I was like, yes. And she ordered from me from that story. So I should start posting more on my personal wall. And then I always try, if you're in my group, you've seen just random funny graphics that you can relate back to Plexus. Like the other day, I posted a dump truck that said, everyone loves a good dump. And I talked about BioCleanse. I mean, it's just things I think are funny that I think other people will think are funny, I'm
going to have to go grab that one there.
I mean, yeah, grab any of it. But, the one where Jack Black is like in a funny stance and he's like, I would love to have a hot body, but I love tacos or something. And then I just, hashtag it, good thing, Plexus, you can eat taco, just funny things. Keeps people, and again, they like them. And then you can see that they're still
watching your stuff.
Page, yes.
Yeah.
So that's how I keep it personal.
Thanks so much, Dawn. I mean, is there, if there's one advice you could give someone, what would it be?
It would be honestly to show your face on your Plexus page. Show yourself more than
Not just be the Plexus person, but actually being a real person.
Well, no, I just mean like not just strangers before and afters.
Okay.
Like show your friends and the people who you have met yourself and what you're doing with Plexus. How much fun you're having with it, how healthy you're doing with it.
Cool deal. Well, thanks so much, Dawn.
You're welcome. Thanks.
All right, Minnie, I'm going to pick on you. You're on the top. Can you hear me, Minnie?
Okay, I just unmuted myself.
Good deal. Okay, same thing, name, rank, and serial number.
Okay.
No, just give us your name and your rank and how long you've been, when did you join, and why did you join?
My name is Minnie, and I'm a Gold Ambassador, and I joined in September of 2013. And I joined so that I could lose weight. I wanted to lose some weight, and I also liked the financial benefit of being an ambassador. So I joined for those two reasons. And
Okay.
of course, my goal now has, it's a lot of it is still the same, but now I've seen what it does for my friends and some of my family. So now I'm doing it more for the success of the people that I know, not just for them to be healthy as well, but for their financial benefit as well.
Awesome. So what are you talking about tonight?
So today I'm going to talk about consistency, being consistent with your business, your everything that has to do with Plexus. So first I want to talk about being consistent with your products. Like Don was saying, whenever you post pictures on Facebook, there's a lot of different places we can pull from to get before and after pictures of different people. But our friends and our family, especially our friends or the people that are in our groups, want to see our results. It means a lot more if they see that you're being consistent with the products and you're having the results, and they know, oh, somebody I know is taking the product and they're having really good results with it, so I'm going to have those same results. They feel it when they see it from other people that they don't know, but it's going to mean more to them when they see it from you. So being consistent with your products to help you with your business, I think, is important. Taking your products daily and being a product of your product. Also being consistent with posting on your Facebook group, posting 3 times a day, in the morning time, at noon time, on your lunch hour or early afternoon, and then in your high traffic times, like between 5 and 8 o'clock. A lot of the times in the early morning, I have a 45 minute commute to work. So a lot of the times I will post something while I'm sitting in traffic, or if I'm stuck at a light, or if I'm stuck behind a train, I'll just go to someone else's group and copy a picture and then upload it from my cell phone. It's so easy to do from your cell phone. So I do that a lot to keep me consistent with my morning postings. And another big one for me is being consistent with customer service. So when you have your customers, whether they're just, they've told you, I just want to be a customer, I don't want to ever do anything with the business side of it, or that they have some interest in doing the business side of it, you always want to give them really good customer service. Always sending them out a welcome letter, a new customer letter as soon as they order a product. I always thank them for ordering the product and send them a new customer letter. I always track the order for them, just so that they know when they're going to get it. A lot of the times when they order, they're super excited. They wish that they could order it today and get it today. So when you're tracking the order for them, they know when they're going to get it. They know to be watching out for it. And then also making sure, that they're taking their products regularly, and that, they know to drink the water, and just checking up on them throughout their Plexus journey. For the first month, I check up on them quite a bit. And then as they go on, I don't check up on them as often, but giving them really good customer service, I think, is beneficial to us being successful by keeping them on as customers and turning them into ambassadors, but also for their success. If they have accountability, they're going to be a lot more apt to take their products regularly and, have fun with them just like we do.
And Minnie, I think one thing I want to mention on you, though, since you're talking about consistency, is I know for a fact that you've really changed your day lifestyle or schedule to squeeze those times to do the Plexus stuff, because you had a busy life. right?
Yes. I have changed it, but a lot of it, like I said, I do from my cell phone, so it's quick and easy to do from when you're doing it from your cell phone. Of course, I like to do it in front of my laptop in the evening when it's nice and quiet, but in the evening when the house is settled, there's not that many people that are on Facebook, so you're not targeting very many people.
Right. And I do see you out there at midnight, but you know what? Even those things, when you're out there and posting on your team members and commenting on theirs, I mean, you're actually working your business in a good way because you're supporting them. So maybe your customers won't be seeing a lot of the action on your wall, but you're putting activity on their wall.
Right.
And I see it. I see it because we're both up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, we are. We're probably the only ones.
Okay. I didn't want to stop you. Keep going.
That's pretty much all I have really is about being consistent. Being consistent, the last thing I have is being consistent with building relationships with your customers. So a lot of my customers are people that I went to high school with and I haven't seen them in tons of years. So even though they're my friends, we're really not close friends. So what I want to do with them when they become my customer is go on their Facebook page, and anytime they post anything, like it or comment on it. And when I do that, I see that they start doing the same for me. And then it kind of creates more of a bond between us. So then I can feel a little bit more comfortable approaching them with adding a new product to their regimen, or they feel more comfortable with me asking me about the product. So just being consistent with building relationships with your customers, and not just that, but with different people in Plexus, so that it can also help you build your business.
Right. And the only thing I want to add to that part is if you're following those friends and you're wanting to comment on their postings, is on Facebook, you can actually check it under notifications. So anytime they post on Facebook, you get a notification. So you can kind of go out there and stalk what they're doing, and keep up with them. So it is a good pointer though.
Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Now we have 2 other people coming on board.
Hey, Rod.
Yes.
Before we go on, can I ask Minnie a quick question?
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Since we're on the topic of consistency, if you guys don't know, Minnie has been my best friend for like decades. But one thing I know about Minnie is that she, you talk about that you're not as consistent as you'd like to be with your products. But can you just tell just a real quick story about the difference that you feel when you are consistent?
So in the beginning, when I joined Plexus, I did it kind of really, I wanted to lose weight, but I wasn't consistent with my products, so I wasn't losing weight as quickly. So I kind of quit taking them for quite a while, and then got back on board with it. I noticed, for one, when I'm consistent with the products, I have a lot more energy than I normally have. I'm a night owl. I work a lot, so I live on like 4 hours of sleep, and I'm always dog tired if I don't take my pink drink with that schedule. If I take my pink drink, especially if I'm doing 2 pink drinks a day, I can jump out of bed and I have plenty of energy to go on with all of the activities that I have during the day. The bio cleanse, I absolutely love that. I was never regular, I'm sorry, TMI, before Plexus, but with the bio cleanse, I love it. Not only are you regular, but it makes you feel like you have more energy, and you feel so much better with it. My probiotic as well, the inflammation, when I don't take it, I feel like I'm super bloated. When I take it, I feel awesome. The thing that I love the most though is with my pink drink, before I started Plexus, I would always get what we call seasonal depression. So around the holidays, it would start in October and it would last until mid-January, the end of January. And I just always was in a funk. And I would talk to my doctor about it, and they said it's seasonal depression. We can put you on antidepressants, and you'll be fine once you start feeling better and you've made it through the holidays, you'll be fine. With my pink drink, I haven't felt that. And I've, for the last 2 years, I tell Jana, I feel so much better, and I can't believe that I'm not in that funk that I'm usually in around the holidays. And I know it's the pink drink. Not just that, but, it makes I don't feel as irritable when I take the pink drink. So yeah, I'm definitely consistent with my pink drink now. I love what the Plexus products are doing for me.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Minnie, and
You're welcome.
really I love the fact that you're on my team.
Thank you, Rod. I'm sorry, Jana.
Our team.
All right. Okay, Jessica, your turn, and tell us your name, your rank, when you started, and why did you join?
All right. My name is, can y'all hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. My name is Jessica McCormick. I'm silver for maybe 10 more minutes, and then I should be gold. I'm literally 5 points. I've been stalking. If y'all see me looking down, stalking my back office because I'm literally points from gold. So I will be gold today. And what else? What else must I say, Ron?
Well, and why did you join? Why did you join?
Okay. I joined, Rod. You can remember when I was at the opportunity meeting. I walked into ready to join, and I've done MLM before, and I've sold. Can y'all imagine? And I knew that this was the real deal. I had done my research, and I joined the business side. With not really the.
Okay, you're cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure if anybody heard her, so hopefully it's not happening to everybody. What are you talking about tonight, Jessica?
I am going to be talking about how to get started and how to get the bang. Can y'all hear me? Am I cutting out?
It's better now.
Good. I am talking about jumping head first and getting started with momentum, and I'm talking about how to learn and duplicate and then repeat. It's what I have. So the first thing really is to learn your product, to really study and know the business, the back office part of the business, and know your products. And so once you do that, you're really good to go. And you learn, and okay, I copy, so I go and I'm going to copy everything that other people do. So I am tons and tons and tons of follow as many groups as you can. You can ask of me. I'm Minnie. I'm in your group, group, and I'm copying all of you guys. And so go in there and be applicable. And so my people are copying, and really that is helped me very much. So be excited. I mean, we have products that work, and that is really, really exciting. I've lost 30 pounds in 3 months, just 3 months, and I'm making enough money to pay my house payment. So that's just fantastic to sit here and go, hey, these products really, really work. And they're helping people get healthy. My stepdad's blood sugars are coming down. I mean, we could go on with testimonies. You guys know that. But really, honestly, the products work. So that's fantastic. I said on here, I said, share your scale and your non-scale victories on Facebook. It's important. I have a lot of weight to lose, so I am losing and I have scale victories, but other people have non-scale victories. So it's important to share, hey, I'm getting tons of energy like everybody else before me has already said. Share your victories too, and share on your page as well. And then remember you're a leader. So this one is probably my favorite one and my top one. But remember you're a leader even from the first time you get a customer, from the first time you have an ambassador, you're a leader. It's your job to really help your customers know what time to take the products, what works best, and it's your job to help your ambassadors know how to grow their business and how to take the products. So be a leader from the very, very, very beginning, and your business will grow. That's really all I had, Rod.
Well, thank you, and that's really good advice. I mean, you're obviously moving fast because you're making the right choices and decisions. You're staying consistent, and I'm so happy you're on the team. You know,
Rod, I have a question for Jessica.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think you talked about. I had to leave my computer for a second, but one thing that you're really great at is like quick responding to people. And can you talk about how that helps you so much with your customers and with getting people interested when you're so present online and on Facebook? for people when they message you. I know you're doing it when they message you because I see you doing it online, but on all the groups, not just your own, but on other people's groups too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so, so important to answer quickly. And I work outside of the home, so I happen to be the boss. So I'm a supervisor, and I have about 30-something employees. So it helps that I have my phone. And I didn't turn any of the pop-ups, what is it called? Notifications. I didn't turn any of those things off, so I have all the notifications. So anybody posts, I can go support them. I can go like anything that they have, and I'm going to like my ambassador stuff. I'm going to post on my ambassador stuff. I'm going to post on other you guys' stuff if I see it. And really, I've learned honestly in life, if you help people grow, you're going to grow. So my motto at work is setting people up to win. I'm going to set you up to win. I'm going to give you everything that you need to win. And with our business, some of that winning is Facebook, guys. We get to just post on Facebook and make money. Hello. So I think that's awesome. And I'm just going to go. And I was already on Facebook. I was already liking everything. I was already commenting on people's stuff. And so this just, I get to make money literally liking people's stuff and commenting on stuff and posting things in my group and on my page. And it's so important to respond immediately. Anybody's asking any questions, just a little tip. I don't remember if somebody gave this to me or if I did it myself, but in my phone, I have in my notes section, I have my Plexus answers on my notes. And so I just go in there, I copy it, I paste it, and I stick it in my my instant message or my text, however they're talking to me, if it's email. So that really is what's helped me, because so that can be automatic and I don't have to go type because I am the boss. So I just sit there and I copy and I paste and I'm done, and it makes it fast. So it makes it easier to respond to everybody.
Very awesome. So you're working smarter, not harder, the way I see it.
Exactly.
Okay. Thanks a lot. And you know what? Just a reminder, all these people tonight are just, I know one of them personally, and they're just everyday people. We're not professional MLM people. We're just normal people as business. And a lot of these people here are getting out of their comfort zone by talking, by being on audio and video, and you really want to, thank them for their time and their effort. So let's go to the next person. In the middle of the Hollywood Square, we got Kelly Farrington, right? Kelly.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, Kelly. I can hear you, girl.
Okay. Hi, how are you? Okay, I'm Kelly Farrington. I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador. I started Plexus in July of 2013, so it's been almost 2 years. Originally when I started, I wanted to just get the products cheap. I didn't think anybody's going to buy from me. I told Jana, nobody's ever going to want to buy from me. And so I did that. But now I really want to build a financial situation for my family. I want to. I think that the end goal for me is so that we can do things together as they grow older. We can stay connected and make great memories together as a family, have a legacy in that way. So that's my why. That's my big why.
And also, Kelly, I know for a fact you're having fun doing this, aren't you?
I'm sorry, you broke up a little bit. What'd you say?
You're having fun doing this.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Yeah.
So
this is just a fun team. It's just.
It really is.
It's just, and then you make money on top of it. So it's like,
the best of both worlds.
It is. It is.
So what are you talking about tonight?
I'm talking about duplication tonight, and I have a couple of qualifiers before I get started. One is, this is something that I am new at, the actual and I've been doing this 2 years, and I've had a team, but I never was very intentional about doing anything that anybody would want to duplicate. And so as I was studying and researching and looking at stuff for this was really very, very beneficial for me. So I think that's probably the way it is anytime you train on something, is that you really do learn a lot from it. So the second thing I want to say is pretty much everything that I got from a presentation by Randy Gage. It was a series of audio CDs that were absolutely amazing. it just really struck home with me. So this is kind of what I got out of what he said and what I'm going to begin to implement with my team. So the first thing is, when I was thinking about duplicating, and you're going to have to stop me if I talk too much or if I go too long. But when I was thinking about duplicating, I was thinking, where does that start? I mean, what is it? You want to make sure that you're doing things that you want duplicated. I mean, it starts with you, is what I guess I'm saying. So instead of focusing on what everyone else is doing and thinking, how am I going to get them to do what they're supposed to be doing? The focus is on the activities that you're doing. So you create the culture for your team. And so you have to ask yourself, what are your core values? What are the core values going to be for your team? And focus on the activities that you can do to support those values. 3 things that you need in order to be duplicatable are passion, intensity, and urgency. And those things come from the products and services and your belief in them. So the Plexus products, the comp plan, network marketing in general, as you learn more about them and your belief is built up in those things, that builds your passion and your intensity and your urgency. One of the things that Jana's always encouraging me to do, and I've really started taking her up on this, and I do it a lot, is spend time each day reading books or watching videos to help me build my belief in just the business of network marketing, first of all, and then also in our particular products and our opportunity. And the more that I do that, I'll find like I wake up and I'm thinking, I'm kind of, feeling a little bit flat as far as the business goes. And so I know that I need that every day. I need to watch something to kind of get me motivated. One of the main things, the first thing that I got out of this presentation was that it's so important to set goals for your business, but there's only so much control that I have over the outcome of those goals, because the decisions that people make on my team are what's going to really be the bottom line. They're going to be the ones that decide what they're going to do. If I have someone that I'm looking to sign as an ambassador, they're going to be the one to make that decision as to whether or not they want to do that. I can't control that. I can influence that, but I can't control it. And so he talks about 9 things that you can control, and becoming, and this is like what I was talking about earlier, becoming the type of person that I want my team to duplicate. So the first thing is that you can control is your mindset. Everything is mental. You may have all the skills that you need to do something, but if you're not focused on what you should be focused on, then you're not going to reach your goals. So he gave the example of Tiger Woods, the best golfer in the entire world out of 6.6 billion people. Absolutely has the skills, but over the past year or so, just cannot seem to win. I mean, he's totally lost focus. And I think he's even alluded to that, in interviews. So if you're focused and you're growing and you're positive, you focus that on yourself, then your team that's going to trickle down into your team. The second thing that you have control over is your integrity. It means doing the right thing regarding the company, regarding your customers and fellow ambassadors. You become successful, and I love it when Jessica said this, you become successful by helping other people become successful. That is one of the things that I absolutely love, not just about network marketing, but about this company, is that it is such a part of the bigger culture that you want everyone to succeed. You want everyone to succeed because when they do, everyone wins. And that's just on people that are not on your team. And of course, it's true with people that are on your team. That holds true too. But you want to make integrity part of your culture. You as a leader are going to set the tone for what your team is about. And so integrity is a really important one. The third thing that you can control is your PV. Your team is watching to see what you do, and they want to know, are you taking the products or your product of the products? Are you reaching at least 500 in PV or whatever you set as a goal for your team? So you can even create a culture of what the standard for PB will be for your team. And it doesn't mean that everyone has to do that. It's just sort of, you can kind of set a tone for that people go, oh, well, that's just the way that we do on this team. So just looking at it, kind of panning back and looking, what are the broad, things that I want to do with my team? The fourth thing that you can control is your productivity. This was a big one. He said it takes 10 to 15 hours a week to grow in this business. And so, you know, if you say, well, I don't have that much time, well, however much time you do have, you need to plan that time and do what he calls rainmaker activities. And there are basically 4 rainmaker activities that he talks about. One is meeting people, and that's either on Facebook, in person, however you do that. Inviting people, so inviting people, letting them know about your products, letting them know about the opportunity, getting them to some sort of presentation, either in person or sending them a link to a video or getting them on an opportunity call, and then following up after. They're four very simple steps, but those are the things that you need to really focus on during your time that you're going to put into your business every week. The other thing that was I thought really good about not team management, but about leading a team, is that we kind of get into this mode when we have a team where we kind of feel like we need to manage or supervise people, and it's not that way at all. It's you don't manage people, you manage things, and you lead people. And the way that you lead people is by what you're doing. You know, you're the one that sets the tone for it. You know, and he talks about I think I've heard it said a different way, but I really like this quote: I will do today what others will not do, so that I can do tomorrow what others cannot do. So, you know, just making that part of your culture as well. Anyway, so, okay, the 5th thing, am I doing okay on time?
Well, that's great advice. How many more are we on now? Are we on number 7?
20 more minutes and I'm gonna be done, I promise. I'm just kidding. No, am I good?
Well, I just want to get to one point before. Well, if you could just wrap it up, and then we're just because I want to be respectful to people's time. So
Absolutely. Okay.
tell us your other points.
Okay. The other points are building adequate width, which means going wide. Mm-hmm. Growing leaders, finding people in your downline that want to do it, that are ones that you can see are emerging. The 7th thing is local events. And so even if that means just meeting for coffee or having lunch or inviting people to do whatever. One of the things that the best quote that kind of boiled it down for me is duplication is getting a large number of people to do a few simple things over a sustained period of time. Local events are what kind of hook people in, and face-to-face is really good to get people to see what the opportunity is. It's you know, obviously better than over the phone or computer. The 8th one is major events like convention, Super Saturday, things like that. Basically, you know, try and get as many people to go to those as you can. And then the 9th one, he called monthly counseling. But I kind of took it as, you know, you're basically in touch with your sponsor or other leaders to kind of help you grow. And then you're also doing that for your downline and your sideline. And one of the things that I really love about our team is that we have these chats that we can get in. If people, you know, want to, they can get in these chats, and it's just sort of like it's not counseling, but it kind of is, because you talk about
it's a morale booster. Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So basically, I guess the bottom line for duplication is that I need to work on, and we need to work on becoming the people that we want our team to duplicate.
Great job, Kelly. And so everybody will know, I have for most of these people, I have a PDF that we'll put out sharing those bullet points of what you talked about. So those things, Kelly, you talked about are on that PDF. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And so we'll send those out, because those are really good, some good points. And it's kind of hard to remember all those and tonight. Yeah. And I'm not sure everybody's writing down. I'm not writing anything down. I'm trying to have fun here. So
let me ask Kelly something. One question, one answer. Did you ever think that you would be a leader?
No. I told you a million times I'm not a leader.
So if you can do it, anybody can, right?
If I can do it, anybody can do it. Last year at convention, I went to convention thinking, oh, it's just gonna be fun, whatever. And some point during convention, it dawned on me, I'm a leader, and I wanted to be one, and I wanted to develop this one. So absolutely, anybody can do it.
Great job, Kelly.
Thank you.
My friend Linder, also known as Linda. Linda, you're next.
All right.
Tell us your rank, when you started and why you started. What's your goal?
All right. Can you guys all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. My name is Linda Burgett. I actually used to work with Rod, but actually signed under Jana because it was before he had really figured out that it was the thing to do. So I'm Senior Gold. I started in August of 2013. And as far as what my goal is, it was to actually build a new house. I've been divorced about 15 years and wanted to kind of have, see my life improve and be able to kind of get back where I was before that. And I'm in the process of building my dream house. So Plexus has already helped me achieve what my goal was. Now I never dreamed that I'd still be doing this after 2 years. I just did it to try to lose some weight. What I really gained is a lot of health benefits that I hadn't expected, and a lot of friends. And so it was a great decision. I'm really grateful that I jumped in and gave it a try. And so it's been fun to, get new friends and also help my friends get additional income, like Dawn, who was the first person I asked to actually join my team, and took over a year to sign on, and is one of my best ambassadors. So she's actually under her husband, which is my actual level 1. So being persistent in that arena is important too. So
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you tonight about social media, and I just want to say that Plexus has helped me in my day job because I just got a $2,500 bonus from my employer because I took their Facebook page in less than 6 months from 800 followers to over 5,000. And when I actually went out to our national organization and asked for ideas to get it to 10,000 because he's going to give me another bonus, and I am motivated by and he, everyone to know how I did it. So social media is a great way for you to connect with your friends and your customers, and if it's used right and you're really strategic about how you use it. So I want to kind of tell you tonight why it's so important, because there are a lot of people who aren't big on social media, and so they're reluctant, but it really is a great way to connect with your potential customers. First of all, in Facebook, because these people are your friends, or you've worked with them in the past, or they're your neighbors, they have an automatic trust with you. And so when someone's making a decision about their health, they're just not going to go to a stranger to do that. So in Facebook, people, even if you haven't seen them in a long time, they feel connected with you again and are willing to have trust. And so you can actually use Facebook to build back that relationship through, messaging, liking their posts, commenting. And when you do that, they see your posts more often, so with more frequency. So you can't just post and be quiet. You have to be interactive on your Facebook. First, the other thing I was going to tell you was go where your friends are. So if you're younger, as you know, I'm like the oldest person here today. If they hang out on Twitter and Instagram, that's where you should be. If they're in my generation, they're probably on Facebook because they haven't figured out the other. Some have blogs. Wherever they are, that's where you need to be posting and you need to be active. So that way, people that care about you are seeing what you have to say about Plexus and about everything. You want to be able to have a personal life in your Plexus life. You want to post periodically on your personal page, like Dawn suggested, but you don't just want to be the Plexus lady. So you need to post pictures of your kids, your grandkids, your friends, things you're doing that are non-Plexus and also Plexus. So people see that you have a full and robust life, and Plexus is part of it. The other thing about there's 2 types of in Facebook. You can either have a closed group so that you can add people and they feel secure in that group, or you can actually have a page. The difference about a page and a group is you can't advertise on a group, but you can on a page. So if you're making great income and you have a page, you can actually promote that page with, you know, with some of your earnings, which you can also write off as a tax deduction. So if that appeals to you, and maybe you have a small group of friends and you only have 100 or 200 people in your group, that may be something you want to consider, is to have a page. I actually spend $250 a month on our Goodwill page, and that's really helped in bringing in new people that haven't heard about us or our store. So that is something that you consider, but you can't advertise on a group page. You can post. Content and having good quality content is key to having a successful Facebook group. You have to appeal to people's interests. So if you're in my age range, you're talking about energy, you're talking about aches and pains, you're like pushing fast relief, and so know who your customer base is and appeal to them. And if you see someone commenting or liking, then that's what you really need to tailor it towards what those people are, because they're your greatest potential next customer. You can message them from Facebook. In the beginning, when I was getting started, I would stalk the message bar on the side, and if someone came on, I knew about them. I would make sure I would post something that was relevant to them, or I would message them, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And after about 3 chats, it's, oh, did you hear I was doing Plexus? So you can stalk that chat group on the side and see who's active. Another thing you can do is look for comments that they're making on their personal page, like, you know, I wish I could lose this last 5 pounds, or I'm tired all the time, or I'm stressed out, I have headaches. Yesterday, a friend chatted, and one of her friends said, you know, she was having trouble with pain. And, you know, that I added a picture of fast relief in that chat line. And so I was able to talk to her about it. She's thinking about taking it. She's actually in a lot of pain. I think she's a cancer patient, so she's got to check with her doctor. But I mean, just keep your eyes open to that, and then act quickly. Let's see. As far as content goes, it really needs to be varied. It needs to be fun. It needs to be uplifting. It can't be just strangers like they talked about. You have to put comments about you, pictures of your friends. They all need to look fun. Every time we get together, my team likes to get together and go to breakfast or go to dinner, and we always post pictures of all the fun we're having. And I think that people will see that, and people want to be with fun people, and they're attracted to fun people. Frequency ensures visibility. You can't, if you watch television and you an advertiser and you see their commercial, you have to think about the number of times that commercial has played that you did not see it, just in the hopes that you will see that commercial one time. So when you're posting on Facebook, know that you're just catching a small audience at any one time. And so being a frequent poster is key for someone to ever see anything that you post. I have 900 people in my group, but I promise you only a fraction of those people see my posts each day, so I have to keep posting. You want to post 3 times a day. I've been doing that for 2 years now. Come rain, come shine, you know, whether or not I'm in the mood, whether I'm discouraged, whether I'm happy, whether I'm busy. I was at the ballpark. Just now I came back, and that's why I look so great after 3 ball games. I'm posting to make sure my page stays active. Even when you think no one's watching, they're watching. Last week I got a husband and wife customer who'd been on my page for 2 years. 2 years, never once a peep, you know, tell me about your pink drink, nothing. It was when she messaged me, I mean, she ordered within 10 minutes. So she knew a lot about the product over a long time and trusted me, so she ordered very quickly. And so you just never know. You have to be consistent, because your next new customer could be, you know, today. another reason why consistency is so critical is it shows that you're committed to your business and to the product. If you're on again, off again, people don't really think that it's all that great, because if you're not into it, they're not going to be into it either. Another reason is, have you ever heard of Bader-Meinhof phenomenon? So when a person is ready to lose weight, suddenly everything about weight loss they notice. Kind of like when you're in you want to buy a car and you're thinking about maybe a Ford Escape. That's what I drive. Pretty soon you notice every Ford Escape that's on the road. Like you never noticed one before, but now that you want a Ford Escape, you see them everywhere, and you're going, wow, everybody has a Ford Escape. So it's same with weight loss. It may mean nothing to them now, but when it's time and they decide they want to lose weight, or they need something for pain, or that they're tired, they're going to remember, hey, I remember I saw all those posts from Linda, so I'm going to reach out to her. Audience size is the last thing I wanted to kind of go over. If you have under 250 people on your page, you need to work on that. I would guess that the reach per post, if you have 250 people on your page, is less than 10 every time that you post. If you have 1,000 people, it's probably around 25 to 50. So you have to keep that in mind. You don't have you're not speaking to anyone if you don't have anyone, listening out there. So you need to just go out and start making friends on Facebook. Or Instagram, or wherever you are. You need to think about the people that you went to high school with, college with, go to church with, worked with in the past. I mean, I've reconnected with a lot of people because of Plexus, and it's been good. So if you build trust, you're going to gain customers. And so I just want to say in closing that social media is a great tool, but it's not the only tool. It only reinforces if you are out there talking about Plexus to your friends face to face. Don't just be the person that talks about it on Facebook. You got to talk about it all the time. If you're out shopping and the cashier says she's tired, you talk about Plexus. So make sure you're doing it on both sides of the street, not just relying 100% on social media.
Linda, that's great. Thank you so much. And
you look great, Rod. You look great.
Thank you. Like I said earlier, it's the X Factor. It's doing wonders.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Linda. You're a doll. Susie Ridlin.
Yes.
Name, rank, serial number. What's your dream and goal? Why did you join?
Oh goodness. Well, first of all, I'm Susie Ridlin. I'm a Gold Ambassador. I joined in July of 2013 after Jana hounded me for 2 months, and I actually blew her off numerous times saying that I didn't really want to lose that much weight because I just bought a whole bunch of new clothes in my size 12. Some of them were 14. Silly me. Who knew? So I finally listened to Jana after she hassled me for a while, and really the only reason I joined was because Mark and I both wanted to take the products, and it was cheaper to do that as an ambassador than to order from her as a preferred customer. So I took the products for like 2 weeks, I think, with Jana, and my husband and I split the first month, and then I loved it and I joined, and the rest is history. And like everybody else, I really didn't intend to lead a team. I really didn't intend for this to go anywhere except for me to get a good deal on my products. And I lost 25 pounds, kept it off for 19, almost 20 months now. And I've been doing great ever since. So I'm glad you guys asked me to speak tonight. My topic is on the fortune is in the follow-up. I think we've all heard that term. It's so true. And it's something that I do pretty well. And I wanted to share it with you. I just kind of, coming from a banking background for years and years, they had lots of customer service philosophies. One of them was called the 222. And if you've heard me speak in these last 2 years, you've heard me say it before, but I can't reinforce it enough. It's basically following up with new customers within 2 days of when they place an order, or even new people who are inquiring about the products. Definitely check in with them within the first 2 days. I try to do the first day every time because most people want a response, and if you don't respond immediately, they just assume that you're blowing them off and they don't want to wait. So try to do those things the same day, but definitely within 2 days of when they first come to you. Follow up with new customers again every 2 weeks or so for the first 2 or 3 months until they get pretty well established. I find that there's a whole lot of troubleshooting that needs to be done in those first couple of months for most customers. Depending on what products they started with, maybe they need to tweak that and change it up. You won't know that unless you reach out. Most customers do not initiate contact with you. You have to initiate contact with them. So, so, so important. So follow up with them every 2 weeks for the first few months, and then every 2 months after that. That's where the 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. That all comes into play over and over again with every new customer that you have. It comes true with ambassadors too. When somebody joins, you want to welcome them right away, send them all their new information, their new ambassador packet. If you do that, however you handle your new ambassadors, make that initial contact and follow up every couple of days for the first few weeks. Work with them daily, do some one-on-one training if that's what it takes. Just get a good strategy down and work your plan. I use a planner. Most of you have seen that. There's pictures of it out in the Rocking group where I plan my work each week. Everybody I want to follow up with, I know every month who I need to follow up with and when, who I need to check in with. It keeps me on track. The next thing I want to talk about is just some basics about building relationships. And some of the others have touched on that tonight. It's so important to not have just Plexus relationships with people, especially new customers that maybe you didn't have a relationship with before. Once they get to know you and know that you're not just about Plexus, when they get to know the heart of you, they might even want to join your team even more later on. Sometimes no, but building that relationship really, really helps. And I have made so many great new friends, including everybody on this screen. I knew Janet and Rod before we got started, and then everybody else I consider to be part of my family now. So it's been a fun time with that. Next is inviting people maybe to have lunch or breakfast with you after you have been having them as a customer for 2 or 3 months. Invite them out for breakfast or lunch. Kind of get a feel for what they're doing with their products, and if they're interested in the business opportunity, it's a good way to continue building on those relationships. Then keep your conversations, all of them, whether it's verbal or online, keep it all really, really positive and light and fun. People say I'm not serious at all, ever, and that's just not true, because I know that I can be really serious, probably too serious sometimes. But I also think that everything can be fun. Plexus is so much fun. Being an ambassador is so much fun. You just have to let it be. You can't get drugged down by the details. You can't get drugged down by the slow weeks. You can't get drugged down when somebody quits. You can't control those things. And so you just move on and you just keep everything positive, uplifting, light, and have fun, because no one wants to do something that's hard. And this isn't hard. It's fun. It's easy. And then enjoy what you do. Your passion shows through in every single interaction you have with someone. So if you're having a bad day, fine. If you're entitled to have a bad day, just don't let Plexus come into it. Just distance yourself from your issues and set that stuff aside if you're having interactions with people who you know need you to be positive. I have a reputation at work for having a sunny outlook about really bad situations. And to me, I didn't have that forever. That's something that came with Plexus. I've decided that life is so much more fun when you feel good. And when you're using Plexus products, I know for me, I feel amazing on these products. I had so many health issues and they're gone, and there's no other explanation. So I'm always so thankful. Every time I think about how good I feel, I think about how happy I am that God had me finally listen to Janet after all that nagging that she did.
Susie, that's incredible. And I know for a fact we miss your every Sunday we used to meet Susie and her family at Sam's. And I remember when Jan was trying to get you on Plexus, and I think she even handed you some Sam's in the middle of Sam's. So it did
She
pay
seriously followed me. Yes, she followed me through Sam's one day because I just ordered the Slim. I ordered a 7-day trial of Slim, and she goes, "You really need to try." I did 3 days of it, and I told her, it's not doing anything. So she followed me through Sam's, trying to get me to take some accelerator capsules from her. And I finally did. And after the second day of accelerator, I was hooked. I was ready, and I joined about, 4 days later.
Yeah. I'm so happy for you, and I'm so happy you're doing so well.
Yes, thank you.
And as a reminder, we do have all these points and bullet points that are going to be on a PDF for most of them, and I'll post those. Last but surely not least, we're going to talk with Rachel Hart. And Rachel, tell us your rank.
Hey guys.
Why you started and what you're talking about tonight.
Can y'all see me? I'm outside. It's really dark out here.
You sound good.
Okay, that's good. My name is Rachel Hart, and I'm a gold ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And in June next month is my 2nd anniversary, so super excited. My goal of why I joined up was when I found Plexus, it was a really difficult time in my life. I had gained almost 50 pounds, and I also was looking for some income. My husband, and I also homeschool my girls. I have 3 girls. So I needed to find a way to earn some money, and I couldn't leave my kids at home, so this came at a perfect time. So my goal is we want to buy our own home, and we want to not be confined to Social Security, if you know what I mean. I want to have freedom. So this has been a huge deal for us, and we're super excited to see where we go from here. So I will just talk just a few points. I actually had 6 points about motivation, but I might do 3 to cut down on the time. So I found this post the other day. It was on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. And it was talking about motivation. And it said, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. So that's why we recommend it daily. You have to, it's an upkeep thing. You have to do it every day. So in my journey has been kind of slow. Last year at convention, I was a silver ambassador, and this year I'm going as gold. And so for me, it's not quite as fast as I would like, but keeping motivated has been really key for me. So number 1, I know in the beginning, Jana always kept telling me when I was so ready to rank to the next one, Jana kept saying, just remember your why. Remember why you're doing this. And it really kept me going. So you have to ask yourself, why did I say yes to this opportunity? And why am I here? What do I want to get out of it? So for me, my why is so big. That's what motivates me every day to keep going, to push and keep going forward. Number 2 was make a dream board. I hope all of you have already done that. In the beginning, I was thinking, I don't need a dream board. But 3 months in, I realized I needed that motivation. So I started one on Pinterest. If I could print it out and show it to you, but I couldn't quite figure that out. Have to get with Rod on that one. But what I did was all the things that I want, the things that I desire for my dream for my family, I found pictures and I put it on there. I found my dream house. I found pictures of all the different places that we want to go. I want to travel the world. So I found all the vacations that we want to go on, and I pinned it up there. And also, I want diamonds. I know all of you want diamonds. So I found pictures of diamonds and emeralds and rubies, and I posted on there. And the months that I wanted to be ranking in. So I put those up, and I look at it almost every single day. I'm kind of obsessed with it now. When I find shoes that I really want, I pin them on there. I know next paycheck, that's what I'm going to get. So make a dream board. Number 3, you have to remember how far you've come, because sometimes you feel like you've been stagnant, that you forget where you were even just last month. And so you have to think about, for me, I lost 50 pounds. Actually, guys, I've lost 7 pounds this week. So 57 pounds. Woo! So I'm getting ready for convention. Anyway, so that for me, to remember where I was, that's huge motivation to keep going forward. And so keep reminding yourself. And one thing we have to remember is that everybody started in the same exact spot at the bottom. There was nobody that found like this golden ticket and said, I get to bypass all this hard work. You know, they started from the bottom just like us. And if they can make it to the top, we can too. There's nothing that says that we can't. So I'm going to go to the last one because of the time, but the most important thing is the power of positive thinking and surrounding yourself with positive people and reading books. I read motivational books every day. And how I start my day, not everyone's the same, but for me, I start with prayer in the morning. I go to God and I take him all of my mess and all the good stuff and I give it to him and see what he can do with it. But most of the time, when I leave that spot, I'm filled with peace and encouragement to start my day the right way. So I start my day with prayer. Second, I get my good book. I find, well, the Bible is a good book, but I find devotionals. I find great YouTube videos that inspire me. And let's see, what else? Surround yourself with friends and family who believe in you. You know, I think there's more people when you get into network marketing, you really realize who really wants you to do well in life, who's there for you. Find those people, and those are the people you're going to spend most of your time with. I will give you an example real quick because this is a real true life example, and I won't give you names because they're real people, but this happens in life. I have two very, very good friends of mine. And one is extremely positive every time I'm around her. She has this great outlook at life. Like Susie was saying, she just puts a good spin on even if bad things are happening. That's kind of how my friend is. And so I would come to her with a problem and say, this is my obstacle. This is where I'm at. I'm having such a hard time. And she just talks me down and she reminds me that it's going to be okay. I have everything I need to get me through it. I just need to keep being positive and keep going forward, and then I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I leave feeling so motivated and excited about it. Well, the other day I took that same problem to a friend, and we were kind of chit-chatting, and she is more skeptical. She's a little bit more, tend to be more negative about things. She's not really into this whole Plexus thing. She thinks I'm going to be done. Like, this is it. Nothing lasts with you longer than 2 years. You hit that 2 years, you're done, you're bored. You know, and that's what she's expecting. So at the end of that conversation, it kind of went like I was ready to quit, ready to be done, just like she said, and my motivation was gone for like 3 days. So who should I be spending my most of, not that I'm going to leave my friend, I love both of them, but invest my business, talking about my business. Who am I going to spend that time with? So being around positive people who are going to keep helping you go forward. So I think that for me, that's where has really helped me, being involved in these groups, in this chat. We have an incredible team, and I'm telling you, if you're having a hard day, I mean, I don't want you to blurb it all your problems on the group, but if you say, look, I just need some positive thinking, you will have I did that once, and within 10 minutes, I had 57 responses of people from our team who doesn't even know me that were willing to help me out and encourage me. So we're all here for you guys. And I just want to let you know, just like Rod said, we're all normal people. I'm a mom of 3 girls. I never thought I would do this in my entire life. I've tried 2 other MLMs, and I bombed within the first 2 months. So for being here for 2 years is incredible for me, and I'm really excited. And I'm so excited to see y'all at convention. I'm done.
Hey, thanks, Rachel. That was awesome. I want to say one thing on what you just said is surrounding yourself with motivating people. But also, I've been, listening to a lot of motivational speakers as well. But to also surround yourself with people who have the same goals. Or people that have reached those goals and you want to be like them. Because keeping yourself connected with other people who have already succeeded or who are getting to the same place you are is huge. So that is a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up because that's why when Kelly said to try to be around people, local events and coffees and different things that you can do with other Plexus ambassadors that are trying to reach the same goal will keep you motivated as well. So I just want to say, too, congratulations to Jessica, because while we were on the phone, she went gold. Woohoo! Virtual high five.
Yay! Excited for you.
I like little guys. I'm so excited. I've been trying so hard to go gold. Yay!
You so deserve it, Jessica. Awesome. She gets to go to She gets to go to convention as a gold ambassador.
Awesome.
Is there anything else you want to add, Jana?
Nope, I think it was an awesome call. Thanks for everyone for being on it. I so appreciate all of your advice and wisdom and tips.
Yeah, and this is what's great about the team. I mean, we all come together. We're all helping each other. And like Rachel said, we surround ourselves with positive people. And I think by doing that, it just helps our business. But it also, it develops these friendships. Hey, the one last tip I have, since I'm wearing my wig, because I showed this to Jana the other day, and I said, well, I'll share it with the girls, or the other girls. And anyway, these cards here, everybody can see this card. Anyway, the next time you're in a dress, I heard this from somebody else, and if you're in a dress shop and you're like, hey, pull out this card and say, hey, I'm looking for a shirt, this pink color here, and just kind of show them, but don't give them the card yet. Just say, I'm looking for a color like this, and then they'll start looking at it. And then, they'll start asking about it. So just kind of use that as a tool. And then the next thing you know, the person can ask, well, what's this Plexus Slim? And then that's your open opportunity right there. So
Rod's getting in touch with his feminine side.
Run with it. Run with it. Anyway, I'm excited. That's why I'm wearing this get up or whatever. Convention's around the corner. Me and Jan are packing right now. I'll go be sleeping in the car the next day or so I can be ready and not to miss the fun. So anyway, I love you all. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all the time you spent this week getting this thing together. And this will be recorded. Hopefully, Dawn's the one in charge tonight of this recording, and we'll get that out to you. So share it with your downline. God bless all of y'all.